Hello, Miss Cecilia. This is Jair Centeno. It's a pleasure to greet you again, and I hope you're having an incredible day, by the way. And in this video, which is task number 4, video and a lesson, in the video, I'm going to be talking about both, but first, I'm going to be explaining about the CLIL approach and some characteristics, and also I will mention how to implement it into a classroom. Um, Furthermore, I'm going to be explaining about my lesson, just give brief ideas, because you'll check the document on the file where you found the link of this video. Okay, I'm going to start. The first topic to be mentioned in this video is going to be CLIL approach. CLIL is an approach in which a foreign language is used as a tool in the learning of a non-language subject in which both languages and the subject have a joint role. In CLIL contexts, learners study several curricular subjects in non-native language. These learners are sometimes referred to as a classroom bilinguals. But why? Because, as I mentioned before, any subject like Spanish or like French or like science or physics are taught in a different language, not using the mother tongue. Some characteristics of CLIL are, well, I'm going to start with the 4 activity types. And the number 1 is activities to enhance peer communication, which is assimilate conceptual context plus communicative competence. Number 2, we got activities to help develop reading strategies, where texts are often authentic and are conceptually and linguistically dense. This means how long in terms of density the lesson is going to be. Number 3, we got activities to guide the student productions. This one focuses on oral and written skills, which focus on planning of production, but it guarantees minimum results, obviously. Number 4, we got activities to engage higher cognitive skill that make students think and offer more opportunities for employing a range of operations. Some other characteristics are that students are asked, always in CLIL lesson, students are asked to write, to speak, to listen, to interpret, and engage them into a contextualized grammar topic. And students are always exposed to scan for specific information and correct categorizations of information. And the most important characteristic is that the language is learned in context. This is not a casual lesson where the language is directly taught on the board of the classroom. So the lesson of the classroom, it's covered by a surface, which is the other subject, and under the water we got the real intention of the class, which is learn the target language. For example, it can be mathematics in Spanish or science in French or arts in Italian. It is important to mention that CLIL is simply the teaching of subject to students in a language that is not their own. For example, if here our native language is English, we are going to learn Spanish through history, for example. And two main characteristics are the subject and the medium of instructions. For example, the subject, this can be anything from academic subject like physics and history, like I mentioned before, to even life skills taught in a classroom context. The second one, which is medium of instruction, this is the language used inside the classroom to explain the subject. And here we got some examples that I mentioned before. Okay, now I would like to mention how to implement CLIL in a class. So the first step is to rethink your syllabus. First, you should start by considering how to work CLIL into your syllabus. This means that you have to incorporate and or think about what you are going to CLIL. For example, what I mentioned before is to teach any language not using the mother tongue. But don't freak out because CLIL can be known all the time. You can work by themes. For example, you can choose one particular class to teach any topic that you want, but not using the mother tongue. So the step number 2 is focus on tasks in the classroom. Like the traditional monolingual classroom, CLIL promotes collaborative work and the acquisition of multidisciplinary, and it is task-based skill. And this is a task-based skill because it gives students a clear purpose and the motivation to learn and complete the task to the best of their ability. It also rewards their ability to use their own personal knowledge to succeed in the classroom. Better yet, CLIL encourages the acquisition of oral and practice skills rather than the theory through real life activities. And the step number 3. Okay, before I continue with the step number 3, I would like to mention some activities that are included on CLIL, which is the step number 2. Some steps are presentations, role plays, science experiments, cooking classes, and there are some ideas. Okay, number 3, choose the right moment to give feedback. Feedback and motivation is at the heart of any language class. After all, errors are opportunity to teach and learn. However, minimal feedback and maximum positivity are essential parts of a CLIL. The goal is to boost your students' ability to communicate while also allowing them to focus on learning subject lessons. Along the way, you'll build their positive vibes for the target language and culture. So the best strategy is to aim for communication rather than accuracy when your students speak. The step number 4 is teach grammar in context. Okay, in this one, as you as a teacher, you bring CLIL to your classroom, keep in mind that the CLIL method or approach isn't about having students learn about the language, it's about having them use the language. In this respect, listing endless grammar rules are rarely effective. Students often keep making the same mistakes over and often freeze rather than using the words and communicating. To correct this, make sure that students learn grammar in context based on the topics they are studying and through constant exposure to the language. And this is basically the 4 steps that I sum to implement CLIL in a class. Okay, this is all about the video. This is my reference, which is Universidad de Expro, Content and Language Integrated Language Learning. Thanks for watching the video. And regarding my lesson, I designed a lesson plan that you'll be checking on the document that I send you. In this lesson plan, you will find that I designed a lesson based on personal experiences with tourism and leisures and the experiences that students are experienced through their life. And if you got any doubt about my lesson plan, don't hesitate to send me a message so I can explain you better. And this is going to be all. Thanks for watching, and it's a pleasure to be talking with you, Miss, once again. Goodbye, and thanks a lot for all your support that you gave me during the class. Thank you.